This group is going to be doing, you're the very first, well there's another class, but you're the first to be doing this particular project ever. And so, yeah, so that's like you are setting the bar for everybody else. And so you're going to be making, from scratch, a presentation using puppets. Which you might be thinking, what does that have to do with ceramics and sculpture? Okay, which is an awesome question, right? And I was thinking about that too. You are going to be making the puppets from scratch, and they need to be three-dimensional.
Like what
okay?
materials are going to be using?
I'm going to show you. We have all this different stuff. So while you're thinking, and I'm sure, I know we've planted this seed a couple weeks ago, that this is something we were going to be doing. But understand we already have a puppet stage, okay? We have all the materials that you can think of, and if there's something you thought of that I did not think of, we can order it. And you have about 4 weeks to construct this show. It has to be about 10 minutes long, right? And you'll be presenting to an elementary classroom, and that teacher and I will be evaluating you. So I'll be evaluating you on your technical skills, and she'll be, or he will be evaluating you on your, the whole thing, right? Cool? Questions or initial thoughts right now? Feelings about it?
I'm excited.
What do you think?
So
Why? How come? How come?
I don't know, I never did.
Okay, that's okay. Never did that? Has anyone done that this stuff before?
Yes.
You have.
I did
Okay,
not.
so
I
we're-
did the third grade was
We're all in
kindergarten.
it together. Cool.
Right, 'cause I haven't.
It'll be a learning experience, and I'll be helping you all out because this is your first group doing it. Okay. So the first thing. Oh, you had a question? No. Cool. The first thing is I just kind of want to get you to start brainstorming. So the sky is the limit, but the only limit is you have 4 weeks, right? And only class time is 4, unless you want to come after school. So there's all different kinds of puppets that you can build. They have to be three-dimensional in some way. So I want to show you a quick video clip. Have you seen the movie The Lion King?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the Broadway play
Yes,
The Lion
I have.
King?
No.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I went there.
What was really cool about it?
And they was like the mask and stuff. They was
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
They used to like
yeah.
move their arms like they had like strings.
Weird, almost like a
Puppet show.
like a puppet show. Cool. All
I'm
right.
like,
So, just because I really like it, but I want you to start thinking about like colors and presentation and what you can do. This is like an extreme example of how puppets can be used to really set a scene. And it is the opening song from The Lion King on Broadway. And the group yesterday were actually really inspired by this, and they are going to try to make a couple what is called body puppets that are that big. And that's what they want their show to be. So don't feel like you have to do that, but I want you to just think, wow, this is something that we could possibly make. All right? It might be a little hard to hear, but you can see it. Are you recording? All right. Initial thoughts on that?
It was nice. I like how it's right. How they make their bodies.
Yeah. I like how they move.
A wolf came towards the face. And his legs came towards the face.
Did it make you feel something? So fear, what else?
It was like
I think we
It
was
was
to do
exciting,
something like
too.
that. It'd be like nice to like step out and get into the kid's face.
Yeah.
don't do that. They won't start the crying.
Well, right.
I
Well,
was
okay,
crying.
right.
not
No,
like
you're
that.
right.
But I mean, like,
I was crying.
not like jump at them, but you know, like walk around them and stuff.
Yeah, like
Oh,
make it
yeah,
interactive, right?
yeah. So you can jump after.
Like, you know, they gonna want to touch you.
What made that interesting also is that it was interactive. It came from all different sides, and then what is something that was like catchy about it?
This like song and like they was like.
Song, right? So you're responsible for also finding music for this.
Oh, I got
Playing
you
music, okay?
We already got a couple ideas.
Oh yeah, we was thinking about doing Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Playing music. I even have drums that you could be like using in the background. If we have like super some sort of instrument, we can do it. Recordings, microphones, speakers. And what did you notice about the colors in this?
They used all like African.
Okay, African colors.
Right.
Was it dull? Was it bright? Was it
Right.
Okay. So it made it interesting to look at because it was brighter, right? And was it realistic colors or kind of abstract colors? Yeah? Why did you say abstract?
It was like you have to like that type of mood, like really good, like
Yeah.
like
Textured, right? You're right. There is a part of that that is realistic, but the way they painted it made it look more impressionistic, more abstract. It made it more interesting to look at. So think about that too. So what I have here is basically a slideshow that I'm going to have you go through, and I'm going to have you take very, very brief notes. Yeah, I found something cool looking at putting in. I think he's called me Old Fisherman. But what I have here is just preliminary details. So, Resnick, can you read number 1 and 2 to your group?
Your group will create a public production from this projected production must be based on
Great. So that is something that I didn't tell you yet. I'm going to give you 2 books filled with short stories. And they're very short. They're no more than 10 pages long. Most are like less than 5. And each book is kind of a multicultural short story book. So it's categorized by if you want to do an African short story, or you want to do a Hispanic short story, or you want to do an Asian short story, or you want to do an American South short story. There's all these different regions and ethnicities and groups that these short stories are broken down into. You're going to use that not as the exact story, but you can interpret it however you want. So let's say the story is about 2 old men that are arguing. You could turn those old men into frogs. Okay? You have the creative license to do whatever you want to make this the most interesting show possible. And you'll be grading on that, so it's gotta be great. Okay? And we will look at those today. So, Legina, can you read 3 and 4?
The production will include the themes and the message of the short story. You will create scenery, props, select the music, the sound effects, and create each of the puppets as well as the script. We have a puppet stage.
We do. And I'll put it together for you next week so you can see it. But you can do whatever you want. We've already talked about all of that, and that is what we're doing today. We're just going to brainstorm everything. And then number 5, Tiara.
Your final production will be presented to an elementary classroom at Catalyst Maria Elementary School in Walmart.
Yeah, so I'm going to connect with elementary teachers, and we are going to actually have, it's going to be awesome, I think. It's like collaboration, and they get to see your art, and your art is functional, right? So you're like putting all these little pieces together to make something bigger. Super pumped. Is this the right way? Okay, so if you could all take out a piece of paper. If you don't have paper, there is drawing paper up front for you to grab. And these are very basic. It's just a couple notes here. I don't know, it's fine, keep going. What? We'll talk later. It was very nice.
I wish you would have asked that before I got
Okay, cool. So, the purpose of these notes, you're not gonna get a quiz on them or anything. I just want you to write them down so we can hold on to them and you can think these are all my different options that we have, okay? So, what's cool is puppets are something that are used around the world. And they've been used for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. Do we all know what these are?
Muppets.
The Muppets, right? Is everyone familiar with the Muppets? Yeah. Okay, cool. This is actually puppets from Chicago. So Chicago hosts what is called the International Puppet Fair each year, or festival each year, which I didn't even know about until more recently. And so I was kind of inspired by what they were doing, and I was hoping that we could, maybe replicate that here a little bit with this project. And then this is an Asian puppet. So like we have popular culture, we have local Chicago, and we have a worldly puppet. So they're all over the place. And they're used for all different sorts of things. Is anyone familiar with Lakeview, Andersonville? Okay, up north. So has anyone seen this
I've seen it
before?
before.
So it's the traveling puppet show. It's on a bike. Have you seen this, Miss Zamora? No? It's really cool. There's this guy, he is inside of this box, and it's on his bike. And he takes it around and just parks his bike places and does a puppet show for whoever's on the street. And you can put in dollars and he'll keep going. So if you're ever up there, maybe you'll be lucky enough to see it. I don't know when he goes out, but there's a Facebook page. That's where I stole this from. Cool. So, and like we said earlier, utilizing puppets is both combining the 3-dimensional art that we've been creating and turning it into something that is for entertainment. So we are making a use out of the art that we are making. And I have a bunch of examples for you. Cool. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to go check on the other groups with what they're working on. I just want you to jot down the very basic notes that are here, okay? And these are the different kinds of puppets that I could think of, but maybe during this note-taking process, you could be like, well, why couldn't we make something that combines these? Do that, okay? So when you are done, just let me know and I will come over and we'll go through the next pieces together. Cool? Awesome. I'll leave with that. Good? Cool. So we took our notes. What are our initial thoughts?
It's gonna be a lot easier. Well, that might not be so.
No, I just want it to be very creative and different.
Yeah, creative and different. What are you thinking about? So just went through. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Andrea, you got so what are your initial thoughts about what you could possibly create? Like, what are you leaning toward? Because you just saw body puppets and marionettes and shadow puppets, which is the thing the other group yesterday was drawn to. Rod puppets, glove, finger. So there's all different kinds. What are you thinking about?
I was thinking about marionettes.
Marionettes
too.
with the strings.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
Or the
I was
Body ones?
Yeah,
Shadow
they seem
ones?
easier.
Why? Why do you want to do something easier?
So like, I don't know, so it won't be as hard. Right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So like playing smart, right? Awesome. So basically, I feel like this should take us 4 weeks. Okay. Which I think is a lot of time to really construct whatever you need to with fidelity. Okay. So making sure that it's top notch. And so this week would just be planning really, and then the next couple of weeks would be literally just executing everything. So making whatever we need to make, and we might start to make something. Let's say we're making a marionette and we make the head out of clay. Let's say it explodes in the kiln. Like we have time to make sure that we can fix that, make it out of something else if we need to. Okay, and then the very last week we'll be presenting. All right, and then you would be done. And that would be it. You would do a different module. So these are the materials that I have that I just to sort of plant the seed of you thinking about how can we construct these. Yeah.
So with the marionettes, why you gotta put in the camera?
If you use clay. Oh, if you don't use clay, then I wouldn't put it in the kiln.
Because it don't say it's made of clay.
No, but actually it did. There was part on the side that said it could be made of clay. You would make just the head out of clay, and then maybe the hands. But you don't have to. You can make that out of foam. You can make that out of paper, whatever. I actually have styrofoam for you too that I bought for this project. So we can play around with it. So this is what we have, and we haven't really done paper mache in here, but that is something else that's really cool, and I can show you how to do that. Actually, this group will be doing paper mache masks as you're doing the puppet thing, so we can kind of watch how they do it, so you can get an idea of that. We have wood, styrofoam, cardboard, paper, foam, all the stuff we've been using all year that you know how to use, you'll have access to. So however we want to make it. And I've been collecting material and felt and stuffing to make what we need to. Right? So there are these 2 books that I talked to you about. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you these books, and as a group, I want you to pick one story that you want to try to use as your inspiration for what your puppet show is going to be about. And to kind of guide you in your thinking behind that story, I have the story choice questionnaire. It's 2 sides, as always. You're welcome. And so you're going to find one as a group and say, hey, we all want to do this, and everyone has to agree to it. How are you going to change it? So I know yesterday the group was really, they found a story they liked, and then they decided to change the main characters to a wolf and a bat because they really like Twilight. And they wanted to like kind of have the main characters in there, which I said, that's great, that's fine. But this makes you think about how are you going to communicate this to elementary students? How are you going to build the things you want to build? And how are you going to communicate the lesson of the story? Because all good stories have a lesson in it, right? And that's something that the elementary kids should be able to walk away and say, hey, that show was really great. It was about not bullying or whatever. Are you going to ask questions? Thoughts?
Yeah, like, can we do that? Like, if we do, I'm not saying that I would want to do this, but if we had the option to change the story a little bit, can we do it?
I want you to do that.
Oh,
Yes, creative license. If you're like, we don't like the ending of this, change the ending. But you need to have a vision in mind of what is the theme and the lesson here, all right? And it has to be a positive one. Don't make the lesson being don't trust adults, because that wouldn't be a good lesson for a little kid, right?
At the end of it, is we want to reveal ourselves.
You can, yeah. It might also traumatize them, so we'll see. It depends what grade.
Oh
Okay, so we'll have to think about that. So you'll have to fill out one of these per group. The entire group needs to participate in writing this. So I'm going to give you the 2 books to look through right now, and then when you are done that, you are going to raise your hand, and I'm going to be throwing over there with them. So raise your hand and raise your hand, and that's all we're doing right now. After we pick the story, we brainstorm. We have a little more brainstorming to do, which we can also pick up with next class. Preguntas, questions?
No. Why I got me 2 sheets? I hate this.
You hate that it's two-sided?
Yes.
See,
I don't like
because we're in high school, and we can do 2 sides. You got it. It's easy questions. So which story did you pick? Why did you pick it? Right? Cool. I will be back. Let me get the books and then set. Sort of how to throw. So, since we left, and I'm just going to tell the video, you have been for the past, 25 minutes brainstorming about which story to pick and how you're going to translate that. So I am back now, and you're going to tell me what happened.
Okay. So, first we looking in the books and we was like, oh, well, we don't really see nothing. So we looked on the internet.
Okay, what did we find on the
We
internet?
found Frozen.
Frozen.
Okay.
But the thing about it is we're going to change the main 2 characters. One of them's going to be African American, the other one's going to be Hispanic.
Okay, cool. And then,
They're going to have powers.
okay.
And so,
Okay.
Long lost sisters.
yeah, long lost sisters. And the story is called The Lost Girls.
Okay.
And so, what else we got? We gonna change the names from Elsa to Ilona and from Lila to Elisa.
Okay.
And then we was gonna have Ilona wear a dashiki,
Okay.
and Elisa, she was gonna wear.
No, I love it. It's awesome. All
She's
right.
gonna wear the Hispanic clothes. I really don't know what they call, but whatever.
Okay.
And so we need to make homes, a forest, a Olaf. And then we're gonna need the type of props is like a castle, trees, snow, a kingdom, like
Okay.
town with little. And then we need fighting music because they're gonna battle against a monster. So
Okay.
we also got a monster.
So you have, sounds like you have 4 puppet characters you need to make.
Yeah.
The sisters, something that's Olaf-like,
Yeah.
and then a monster, like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
And then we need fighting music, slow songs. We need the sound of them doing ice, fire.
Are we going to be able to fit this into 10 minutes, or is it going to be longer? It might be longer, which is okay.
Yeah, it might be
I'm
longer.
okay with that. If it's longer, just know we have to do it in 4 weeks.
And then a song again.
And like I said, you were setting the bar for everybody else, so they're going to be like, now we have to do better than you guys
We're
did.
gonna make little either moon rings or a necklace because they gotta have a necklace or a moon ring on for their house.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Awesome. So then, what time is it right now?
It is 12:47.
12:47. So we only have about 6 minutes left. So what I would like you to do is, my hands are messy. Okay. This is basically how the stage is set up. We do not have to use this. If you want to build something else, if you're gonna do body puppets or you're gonna do you said marionettes is what we wanted to do. This might not be the best stage for marionettes, but we can try it and see. And if worst case scenario, we'll build a puppet stage and make it work. Because marionette stage is a little different. So the way this works is the stage is set up like sort of like a castle already. Okay, might be helpful. It's made of fabric with a metal background, like a metal structure, and then there's a curtain that goes across here that I did not put in this drawing, so you can see where the puppets would be. So that is like the base of it. Now you could cut out and attach trees and like pillars for the castle or a flag. You could turn this into a castle. You could also put a background here in front of the curtain. Alright? So it's in a bag in the back. It folds up into this backpack and then I open it. But it's about 8 feet long by 6 feet tall. I had one in my old job and I wanted one here, so I just got one.
I have a question. How are we going to be able to transition from scene to scene in like in a phase?
Like, you know,
Question, how would you do that?
like, I mean, it's big enough for us to, yeah, the curtain.
Birds and
We have like
everything.
curtain poses and
Yeah.
and another thing, do we need a narrator or we just talking behind the characters?
It's up to you.
I say narrator.
You guys, you get to decide what you want to do.
Yeah, narrator.
For the different scenes, though, think about it like this. This is big enough that you can stand behind it and you can actually see through it, right? They can't see you, but you can see them a little bit. You have this space to perform, you have over here to perform, over here, and then even in front. So what a lot of puppeteers do is they dress completely in black, and they are out in front with them, and you can see them, all right? And so they're there, but they are acting as an object. And I can show you some examples of that if it's going to be helpful. So what I want you to do for just the first, well, for the next 5 minutes or so, this is just a brainstorming sheet, and this is asking you about who's going to be responsible for what. I want you to talk about that right now. Now there's 6 of you in the group, Sam is absent today, but you can add another box to the bottom. And then I want you to think of bless you. I want you to think of group expectations. How are you going to hold each other accountable? What can you promise each other? Are you going to ask questions? No? So let's turn this in by the end of class, and this is already done. So let's get this done today. You have enough time. Cool? We good? We happy? We a little bit excited now?
Yeah.
A little bit? You can say no. What would make you excited about it? Okay, we'll talk. I want to make you excited. Because you should be. That's all.